Welcome to Wealth Mill Securities Weekly Market Wrap. Today in India we completed 1 month of lockdown. During this 1 month of lockdown, markets rised from bottom. It is completely unexpected. There is a synchronized global rally. The Dow, after touching bottom, it rised last 1 month 23%. And in line with Dow Jones, all the global markets, we witnessed a global synchronized rally across the globe. As one of the greatest trader of this time, Jesse Livermore, as he quotes, "Stock market is never obvious. It is designed to fool most of the people most of the time." As Jesse Livermore quotes, stock market is never obvious. And this is the market where, if you analyze the data, 90% of the people, they're bound to lose their money. Only 10% of the people who become very successful in stock markets. These are the people who understand the trends in the market and the market movements, and they are the people, when there is fear in the market, they go and buy. When there is too much exuberance in the market, they tend to book profits rather than infusing the money into the market. So we are in a quite volatile times, as there was a lot of fear in the market across the globe. It is not obvious to invest at that point of time, but markets have risen. We need to discuss the most important the commodity this week, crude. Last week crude have created sleepless nights, and we were literally sleepless for a couple of days. Of course, we don't have any exposure to crude, but crude brought such a fear across the globe, and the May crude oil futures, they went into the negative territory. But what prompted this crude oil to get into that negative territory? I just want to emphasize for the benefit of all our investors. There are two types of crude contracts trades across the globe. One is WTI crude, and the second one is the Brent crude. WTI crude stands for West Texas Intermediate crude, and the Brent crude. The WTI crude is the crude is produced most of the US and North American countries, whereas the Brent crude is Middle East and European countries. These are the most tradable instruments, crude contracts across the globe. The Brent crude have more of the sulfur content when compared to the WTI crude. This is the basic difference between the WTI crude contract and the Brent crude contract. But what led the crude May futures to get into a negative territory? You will see on the screen the inventories of the WTI crude, how the 95% of US storage has been completely exhausted. So that made the crude oil futures to get into a negative territory, and it sent tremors across the asset classes, across the equity markets. There is a myth in stock markets, and people do believe that whenever the crude prices comes down, India is going to benefit. But it's just a myth for the investors. Whenever crude corrects, and if the crude prices get depressed across the market, there will be fear. And for the obvious reasons, for India, even though we import 85% of crude oil from outside India, especially from the Middle East countries, it is not completely going to benefit the Indian economy. The first thing is, the majority of the indices, heavyweights, Reliance Industries and ONGC of Indian markets, their earnings are completely linked to the crude oil. So, and also one more thing, India every year receives more than $80 billion of foreign exchange as remittances from the Middle Eastern countries. So when there is a depressed crude oil prices, it creates a negative sentiment on Indian markets and on the Indian funds flows. So a complete depressed crude oil is not going to benefit in India. India want more of a stable and a stabilized crude oil prices, which is going to benefit the Indian economy. And whenever there is crude oil correction, whenever there is a low crude oil prices for an extended period, that benefits definitely the Indian economy. The Indian oil marketing companies are going to get benefited. So this is the time you can cherry pick up the Indian oil marketing companies, which are at a very attractive prices, and also the stocks which have high dividend yield. So last week we have been picking the Indian oil marketing companies, very specific. We restricted to Indian Oil Corporation, and we have been buying for our investors. So if it still further corrects, we are going to buy more. The main reason is once the lockdown is over in India, the first non-discretionary item for everyone is the transportation, and gasoline and diesel is very important, and fuel is very important for the transportation. So it is a non-discretionary item for the investors. And also one of the key concerns in oil marketing companies is because of the depressed crude oil prices, there may be a high inventory losses for the crude marketing companies, but the Indian oil marketing companies are in a better place, better shape. They can mitigate these inventory losses over a period of time. So the stocks looks very attractive. So, and if the crude oil prices are going to be for an extended period at a low prices, it will benefit the Indian oil marketing companies. And also one of the sector I want to discuss with you all is everybody all of a sudden, especially in Indian markets, everybody became very negative with respect to the financial sector and also the banking stocks. We have a very little exposure towards banking stocks during last 2 years because of the valuations. We are not so much exuberant with respect to the high-end private sector banks, but we have some exposure in small cap and mid caps who have NBFC as well as financial services stocks. But now, if there is any further correction that takes place in banking sector, with a long-term outlook, we are going to buy the private sector banks. The main reason is if the Indian economy has to rise further, banking and financial services always going to be the center of any development. They are the core of the economy. So any impact in the economy in terms of the negativity or in terms of the positivity, the one and always financial services, banking and financial services plays a very vital role for any economy if the economy is growing, and because these are the core of any economy. And if the Indian GDP has to rise and Indian market to take a better shape, the banking and financial services stocks are going to play a very vital role despite of negativity in the near term because of the moratorium that's got imposed on the repayment of the bank loans, and also the NPA threat that's going to have if there is any downtrend in the economy in the near future. But try to accumulate quality banking stocks over a period of time. They are going to create wealth. It is a very contrarian call for the current investment nature is concerned. Nobody tell you to invest in a banking stocks at present, but if there is any further correction in the banking and financial service stocks, it gives a very good opportunity to accumulate for a longer term. And also, one of the other sector we would like to encourage our investors to look in is insurance, especially the life insurance sector is concerned. Because of the corona impact, people will come to know about, there would be a lot of awareness with respect to the life insurance is concerned. Because everybody, when people are spending more than a month in lockdown at home because of the health reasons, one of the sector, one of the product they're going to identify is the health insurance and the life insurance. So as per the recent guidelines of IRDA, the Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India is concerned, the life insurance players can also offer health insurance products in the days to come. So we are going to release an exclusive report on a life insurance companies just this week. So we have our favorite pick, that is ICICI Prudential Life Insurance. If there is any further dip in the stock from this level, it creates a very attractive entry level to accumulate the stock for the longer term. The main reason, one of the insurance companies are just a new set of subsector and a new set and a subset in the financial services. They don't have any NPA problems, but the premium paying and all, it's going to create a bit havoc in the near term, but I'm sure they can come out of this obvious thing in the current period, because people try to pay their premium. IRDA have given some relaxation for the payment of premium also. Their policies are not going to lapse, but it creates a good float. Just remember, one of the favorite sector for Warren Buffett is life insurance companies, and especially the insurance companies. So we are going to accumulate the stocks for investors in the days to come. And one more thing I just want to bring to your notice at this point of time is, I want to bring to your notice is what led the stock market's prices a month back to come down. The first thing is, you all know, the exchange traded funds across the globe, especially the exchange traded funds originated from United States, they have done a heavy selling that led the equity markets to come down. And the second leg of the asset classes currently, what led the crude oil price to come down is also the exchange traded funds of which are the commodities funds, which have major exposure to the crude oil markets. Then, so exchange traded funds made two asset classes. One is the equity, the second one is the crude oil, which is a commodity. And there are a different set of exchange traded funds. The next set of exchange traded funds I want to discuss with you is obviously the gold exchange traded funds. These gold exchange traded funds also very big funds. There are each fund, there are some funds with assets under management more than $1 trillion. So we need to be careful if the exchange traded funds, if they want to book some profits in the asset classes like gold, probably you can see some heightened activity in gold in the days to come. It is just a thought I got while analyzing the data. We need to wait and watch how the different asset classes that are going to play in the days to come. One thing I want to bring to all our investors' notice is stock markets are going to be volatile in the days to come because of the data that's coming, and also Indian markets especially, even though they are in a positive trajectory, currently they are expecting a stimulus package from Indian governments. So how far the quantum of stimulus package, we need to wait and watch, and this stimulus package is going to play a role in the stock market movement in the days to come. So we are just waiting for what kind of the stimulus package the government is going to announce. And also, as I mentioned just yesterday, US markets have announced another $400 billion of stimulus package for United States, taking together the stimulus packages announced in US to nearly $3 trillion. So Indian economy have quite a headroom. They can take the stimulus package 10% of their GDP, and we can expect the same kind of stimulus packages across the globe. But the major portion we need to wait and watch as a key for the running of stock markets in a positive territory is the earnings of the companies, and also how the economy is going to behave post lockdown. So we need to wait and watch how things are going to pan out over a period of time. My suggestion to our investors is, normally there is a tendency for most of the retail investors, even including the high net worth investors, is they try to buy 10 stock in a single go. But my suggestion to investors is, buy one stock 10 times. So you are buying a stock at a different prices. So you might be buying at higher price, lower price, middle of the market and bottom of the market. So your average price over a period of time, it will disconnect from the market, and you need not have to worry about what's happening in the market over a period of time. So please follow this principle. Buy one stock at 10 different times. It gives a comfort and it will increase your margin of safety. This is all for me this week. Thank you. Stay home. Thank you very much.